Hello, everyone. Welcome to Insights from Priyanka. Today's topic is In Conversation with the Lonely Me. This is a dialogue between the lonely me and the me, that is, the character that it is playing in this life. It's not a single character, but multiple ones formed as a result of social conditioning and self concept of who I am, what is mine, and what is me. I'm surrounded by people, yet feel lonely and aloof. I feel unloved despite of being surrounded by people who love me and admire me. Why can't I feel the love? There is this constant feeling of loneliness that I'm trying to either fill in by connecting with various people or totally shunning myself from connections. As I focused on what I'm shunning, I realized that I'm shunning that little voice in me that reminds me of who truly I am. A faint voice that is trying hard to keep itself alive amidst all the roles that I'm playing. I'm getting sick of this and just wanted to get rid of either this voice or the characters that I'm playing. Which one is easy? Of course, shunning my voice and playing the characters that I have been playing for these long years. I realized people loved me not for who I am, but what they wanted me to be and what my character must have and be. Anything which is a mismatch is rejected and not owned, and thus my inability to really embrace myself in totality in this world is the incongruence that is discomforting and unsettling. As I look back on the various roles, the first memory that I have is that of a good girl who is obedient, naive, complying, giving, making everyone happy, meeting everyone's need, and being a yes person. What a huge rejection of self and over identification of people's expectation of me. When I didn't know what I was doing and why I was doing all of these, I thought I knew what happiness, joy, fulfillment, and connection is. But still, there was this vacuum and didn't know why it was there. Least did I know that it was reminding me of that self that needed my attention, that little voice which wanted to be heard. But I again suppressed it and went on with my pursuits of life that a good girl would do. My inner being wanted to do things that was not in sync with what the good girl character would do. But I never allowed her to be in spaces where she would show and act anything other than what I wanted to experience. Unconsciously, I played a game of strategy and control to appease people around me and abandoned myself altogether. After all, everything is an experience. I was so identified with right, wrong, good, bad, moral, immoral that I chose to be the character that I identified with. Any defiance wasn't taken lightly and had shameful consequences. As I walked this path, I sort of numbed myself and all I was feeling. Instead, focused majorly on what was expected and acceptable. When you lose your idea of who you truly are, you also lose trust in yourself and your self esteem. Because deep down you believe that you are longing for and wanting to be isn't right, and so feel distrustful of yourself and start rejecting your authentic self, start hating it. But anything that is a part of you cannot be abolished. It remains in you and keeps reminding you of its presence in different forms. What you resist persists, and so for sure you're going to lose this battle of incongruence within. How you lose? You either become a character in itself without your genuine feeling and emotions, or you feel the vacuum that the incongruence is causing. And in both cases, you lose your joyfulness and inner peace. To the world outside, you're all perfect. But on the inside, you know that this is not what you are and who you are. Then you don't know what tears are flowing through you. Are these tears from the character or tears of your soul? I tried everything to numb my pain and this feeling of void and loneliness, but nothing helped until I really started to acknowledge the voice within me that was wanting my attention. I couldn't run away from it, however hard I tried, because in every pursuit, my quest was to have an authentic connection. Without an authentic connection with myself, how can I find it outside of me? I thought of bringing that voice to the fore and have a conversation with it. I was scared and wanted to run away from it. What a shame! But I mustered the courage to speak to my real self. And here's the message that my inner self has for you all who are on the same journey as mine and still unaware of this incongruence. I gently opened my arms to invite my inner self to come to me. It was tender, tight, childlike, and scared. It was finding it hard to trust the fact that I had invited it and acknowledged it after so many years. I felt pain in my heart, yet I invited it myself to feel it and embrace the sadness that my body was feeling. I saw wonder in curious eyes exploring my character and gently touching me. As it touched me, I felt a jolt of energy in me, as if I felt a different kind of being alive. I could feel tears of joy trickling down my cheeks and felt a deep sense of oneness with myself. Serenity in the storm, balance in the chaos, and joy amidst pain. I let it integrate within me. I felt loved for the first time and felt in the embrace of divinity. I felt myself again just like the 5-year-old child, hopping, jumping, exploring, singing, smiling, and feeling the rhythm of life. After the integration, as I set out in the world with my routine life, I felt quite different. There was a shift in me and didn't want to comply anymore. I just wanted to be me and also had a lot more compassion for others. I carried the burden of unforgiveness in me, and now it seemed like I was ready to forgive. I didn't have to try hard, but just allowed my authentic self to be my North Star to guide me towards what was true for me. I said goodbye to few connections and thanked them for being there in my life with the lessons that I needed to learn. I then moved away from roles that I didn't want to pursue. I redefined my definition of love altogether. Earlier, I believed love to be an attraction towards an idea of something, someone. I used to easily say yes to people and later regret it. But now I understand that love is including another in totality and not rejecting parts that don't match my expectations. Love for my work, people saw a new light as I realized my definition of what it is to really love another. I wasn't scared to have difficult conversations with people and also showed up the way I am, whether people like me or not. Because only when I accept myself, I allow others to accept me for who I am truly. It's not that there aren't disappointments along the way, but now I know that it is not the inner incongruence, but outer incompatibility that is showing up. So I don't waste much time in rectifying the outside incompatibility, but accept it with compassion and focus more on the peace within. Don't wait that long to embrace your authentic self. Until next, take care. Love you all. Bye bye.